Hello, everybody. Welcome to Miss Glumm's Book Club, The Happy Teacher. I'm so glad that you're here today. Today, we're going to do Lesson 3, Chapter 3, about 30 to 40 minutes. I'm not going to read this slide because you probably already know the routine. So let's get on to our major theme: friendship, adventure, family, and in this chapter, perseverance. Your big question for today is, what is perseverance? All right, let's start chapter 3. But before we do, let's review chapter 2. So briefly, Stuart was helpful in chapter 2. He helped retrieve ping pong balls and unstick the piano keys to the piano. And what also happened was Mr. and Mrs. Little talked about not wanting to upset Stuart, so they changed some words to well-known poems. All right, we'll start reading chapter 3. Remember to think about what is perseverance. All right, this chapter is called Washing Up. There is a picture of Stuart exercising in the morning in George's bedroom. Okay, chapter 3. Stuart was an early riser. He was almost always the first person up in the morning. He liked the feeling of being the first one stirring. He enjoyed the quiet rooms with the books standing still on the shelves, the pale light coming in through the windows, and the fresh smell of day. In wintertime, it would be quite dark when he climbed from his bed, made out of a cigarette box. Remember, no smoking. And he sometimes shivered with cold as he stood in his nightgown doing his exercises. Stuart touched his toes 10 times every morning to keep himself in good condition. He had seen his brother George do it, and George had explained that it kept the stomach muscles firm and was a fine abdominal thing to do. After exercising, Stuart would slip on his handsome wool wrapper, another name for a robe, tie the cord tightly around his waist, and start for the bathroom. Creeping silently through the long, dark hall, past his mother's and father's room, past the hall closet where the carpet sweeper was kept, past George's room, and along by the head of the stairs till he got to the bathroom. Of course, the bathroom would be dark too, but Stuart's father had thoughtfully tied a string to the pull chain of the light, so the string was up on the light all the way down to the floor. By grasping it as high as he could and throwing his whole weight on it, Stuart was able to turn on the light. Swinging on the string this way, with his long bathrobe trailing around his ankles, he looked like a little old friar, pulling the bell rope in an abbey, another name for church. To get to the wash basin, Stuart had to climb a tiny rope ladder, which his father had fixed for him. George had promised to build Stuart a small special wash basin, only 1 inch high, and with a little rubber tube through which water would flow. But George was always saying that he was going to build something and then forgetting about it. So Stuart just went ahead and climbed the rope ladder to the family wash basin every morning to wash his face and hands and brush his teeth. Okay, I'm going to go on to the next slide so that you can do your independent reading. If you need more time, make sure you just pause so that you can finish reading that and then continue with the video for your independent work. All right, good job reading. Now we're going to go on to your independent work. Number one, I want you to figure out what perseverance means. So you can look that up if you want to. Number two, pretend you are the size of a mouse and you need to make a cheese sandwich. The cheese is in your refrigerator. Draw a picture of how you would open the door if you were 2 inches tall. Write 2 to 5 sentences, the steps you used, telling the reader about how you opened the refrigerator. And I know a lot of you are very creative, so I'm looking forward to reading your stories. And finally, write a brief summary of chapter 3. Remember, it doesn't have to be long, just a couple of sentences. Number 2, find the definition to the word abdominal. And 3, which definition of stirring is used in the story? A, mixing something, B, moving or being active, or C, writing. Okay, I have had so much fun with you today. I'm glad that you are here and listening and joining me in my book club, and I will see you again soon. All right, bye-bye.